Hi, I'm Glenetta Griffin, and welcome to Inside Look at Clayton County, highlighting some of our most popular events and greatest achievements. Clayton County residents and public officials recently celebrated the grand opening of the newly renovated Lee Street Park. The 6-acre park has been reborn, offering a newly built amphitheater and an oasis of greenery in the heart of downtown Jonesboro. Let's take a look at some of the highlights and hear directly from the citizens as they enjoyed a walk in the park.
1, 2, 3.
What's up? Shouts out to everybody. This is a great day. We are Go You DJs. I'm Bernard with Go You DJs. And that's Vernon with Go You DJs.
Yes, DJ B-Love in the building. That's right. We're having a great time, awesome time. This is a beautiful place, a beautiful event, man. Fun people, fun atmosphere. Y'all should be out here. Wish y'all could come. We love it. We're excited. Man, how you feeling about it?
Absolutely, man. This park is awesome. I mean, all the new features that they have out here, the amphitheater and all that good stuff. We're looking forward to a great year.
I'm Chairman Jeff Turner, Clayton County Board of Commissioners. Today is a great day for the city of Jonesboro and for Clayton County. They are opening their beautiful park. As you can see, it's well attended. Great things are happening. We are so proud of Mayor Day and City Council for having a dream and today realizing it. Great things are happening in Clayton County.
Hi, my name is Pat Daniel. I'm Assistant City Clerk at City Hall of Jonesboro. We're so excited for this fabulous park for all the citizens and the community of Clayton County.
My name is Courtney King. I'm the new Administrative Clerk for the City of Jonesboro. I'm excited about the new park. I love how it's kid and family friendly. I love how it's handicap accessible. I'm really excited for the citizens of Jonesboro to enjoy the park.
My name is Marcus Griffin, and what I like about Lee Street Park is everything.
Commissioner Shana M. Rooks, in collaboration with Clayton County government, hosted a spring fling at the Gerald Matthews Sports Complex. The event was free to the public and included a petting zoo, inflatables, rock climbing, live entertainment, and so much more. Now, just in case you missed it, here's a recap of the entire event. Clayton County government turned things up a notch this year. Not only did our Honorable Chairman Jeffrey E. Turner deliver his annual State of the County address, but for the first time in Clayton County history, Chairman Turner hosted the State of Clayton County panel discussion. The panel consisted of our newly appointed Chief Operating Officer Dietrich Stanford and our Chief Financial Officer Ramona Bivens and other key leaders. Let's take a look.
Last month I gave the State of the County address and a lot of citizens missed out on it. So we talked and we wanted to do more. So we decided to do a State of the County panel where we would present to the citizens the great things that are happening in the county, but only the twist was I wouldn't do the presentation. Those men and women who make everyday decisions that affects your livelihood, our livelihood, a percentage of those, a small amount of those would be sitting up here, those directors. They would do a 5-minute presentation and then they will answer questions from the audience. Clayton County is a great county. We're a progressive county. We're moving in the right direction. Now is not the time for us to go backwards. But it's not because of the Board of Commissioners. We set policy. It's because of the men and women sitting up here around this room and those working out on the streets each and every day that makes a difference in the lives of Clayton County citizens. Let's give the county employees a round of applause.
For more information, please visit ClaytonTV23.com for the full State of Clayton County address, and check out the county's Facebook and Twitter page at Clayton County GA for exclusive photos. The Clayton County Central Services Department hosted their 3rd annual Entrepreneurship and Small Business Summit to provide networking opportunities for business owners and contractors interested in participating in upcoming events in Clayton County. Let's take an inside look at the event.
When you step up into the bank for your business, you've got to have your paperwork in order. And when I say your paperwork in order, your financials, your business plan, your executive summary, you've got to have what you want, your use of funds. And first you got to find out if that financial institution will finance your business for that type of industry. Certain banks or certain financial will finance certain type of industries. Some may not do a daycare center. So you got to find out exactly what banks will finance your project.
We're going to be talking about leadership, most assuredly. And I know somebody's like, man, that's just going to be dry. What's that got to do with a small business expo? Let me tell you this. If you're not a good leader, your company's not going to make it. You can have all the strategies, you can have all the finances, you can have everything in the world that you need. But if you are not a good leader, your company is not going to endure at all.
Hey, I'm Yolanda Broom with PNC Solutions. I came out this morning to find out more about becoming a small business with Clayton County and to network with a lot of the prime contractors that I see here. Ms. Andrews started us off with some great information about financing our business, so I'm looking forward to making some connections today.
I'm LaSalle Smith, and I am the owner of Georgia Security Professionals in Decatur, Georgia. And we came out today for the purpose of networking, primarily into secure information on how we can actually grow our business. We actually been in business since 2005, and of course we've struggled like a lot of other small businesses, and we thought that it would present a great opportunity. I've known Deborah for years, and she was in DeKalb County, and so I thought, and I know she's a very, very vibrant person in making sure that small businesses are on board situations, and so I wanted to make sure that we came out to see what Clayton County can offer as far as we can get some business from Clayton County.
For more information on business development and networking opportunities, please visit claytoncountyga.gov and stay connected by texting the word Clayton to 22828 to join our email list. Each year, the Clayton County Chamber of Commerce sponsors a leadership development program titled Leadership Clayton. The course engages emerging and existing leaders in a 9-month program that broadens their knowledge of community issues, sharpens their leadership skills, and challenges themselves and others to seek solutions to those issues affecting our communities. This year, our team had a front row seat at the commencement ceremony honoring the 2016 graduates. Let's take a look.
This project is one that is lasting, that lasts. Our hope is that we will continue even after our graduation from Leadership Clayton and bridge the gap between our community, our educational institutions, our governmental agencies, our retail establishments, and help all of them to realize that each one of you play a vital part of our day-to-day success in Clayton County. Customer service is very important. We will not get off of it because we want people, when they come to Clayton County, to feel welcome, to want to come back. We want new industry, we want new businesses. However, we still wish to retain the businesses that we have. With this Leadership Clayton, it reminded us of our initial days of college when you were given an assignment with little to no resources, and you were graded by how well you did.
And I also want to take this time to commend leadership team number 1 for bringing this workshop to
Jonesboro into Arts Clayton, because this is an initiative or something that is very, very important. Want to get my blood pressure up, then I get phone calls and emails because an employee said, oh, somebody told me it's not my job, you need to go here, you need to go, I've been passed around 5-6 times. That's inexcusable to me. Good customer service is a reflection of us at the top. Those of us who are department heads, those of us who are in charge, is a reflection of us, even though we're not doing it. But our employees can put us all in bad light. And think about it more on a larger scale, our county. When we're trying to change the perception of who Clayton County is or what Clayton County is, it's not somebody who shuts their job. It's not somebody who provides bad customer service. It's somebody who cares about their department, somebody who cares about the county, and it's somebody who cares about the individual who they are serving. Did I get it right? Yes. All right. All right.
The Family Place Library is a 5-week workshop where parents can interact with their baby or toddler in an informal setting. Parents learn about important topics such as early literacy, child development, safety, health, and the importance of play. Different child development professionals join us at the Clayton County Libraries each week to offer guidance and counseling in their field. Families are encouraged to attend all of the meetings and learn more about the program by visiting www.claytonpl.org. Under the supervision of Tracy Graham Lawson and the State Board of Pardons and Paroles, the District Attorney's Office hosted a Victims Visitors Day at the S. Truett Cathy Professional Learning Center in Jonesboro. This event allowed victims' voices to be heard, as well as allowing others the opportunity to be registered with the Georgia Office of Victim Services in order to receive notifications of when the offenders are actually being considered for parole. Let's hear from our District Attorney, Tracy Graham Lawson.
Hi, I'm Tracy Graham Lawson. I'm the District Attorney for the Clayton Judicial Circuit, and we were honored today to have the State Board of Pardons and Parole come here today for Victims Day, and this is Victims Week for the state of Georgia. So we're very proud to have them here and have our voices of the victims be heard. If you are a victim of an offense and your assailant has been convicted and is in the prison system or is on probation or parole, then the Victim Services Unit of the State Boards of Pardons and Parole can give you information and help you in this process.
Our office is open to any victims of felony crimes, whether arrest has been made or not, and you can contact our office at 770-603-4110. We also have a page on Facebook, or you can look at the Clayton County District Attorney's Office page off of the main Clayton County page.
I'm here today to support the victims in Clayton County who have suffered a loss. They are important to us. As a community, we need to come together, embrace them, and continue to pray for them. So today is a good day in terms of having that support base of other victims to come together, to share stories, talk about the loved ones, and to actually find and see the resources that are still available for all of our victims. Again, we're praying for each and every one of them. Thank you.
The Clayton County Police Department hosted a Beliefs and Biases Forum to create a better understanding of how various biases and beliefs can hinder relationships and create barriers between citizens and the law enforcement community. Let's join the discussion.
I feel like that cops, they have like more problems with younger teenagers, like people that are younger than adults, because on the media it shows how cops are like bad to like people in the community. So when, let's just say like somebody like around my age, they get stopped, they're more protective because of what they see online. So it makes them have like a different approach to the cop and stuff.
Stay right here, stay right here. So based upon what you see online, if one of these officers, and you're a new driver, so you may violate, stay in your lane a little bit. But, Fran, I got you, Mom. But if officer or major or anyone in law enforcement approaches you for a traffic stop, what's your initial reaction?
I'm gonna listen to the cop because I have to have respect for him, and and I don't really like look at what's online because I know like what my rights are and what I've learned at my parents have taught me, so I know it to be.
Clayton County Magistrate Court and Chief Judge Wanda Dallas hosted an electronic warrants ribbon cutting ceremony at the Clayton County Police Department. That's right, the Clayton County's court system is going green. Let's take a look.
1, 2, and 3. 3 again.
So when I was appointed in 2013, the goal was for the court to increase efficiency and to be more effective. As Chief Judge and the Chief Administrator for Magistrate Court, it was important to ensure that we are good stewards over all of the resources that we have. And the first thing I noticed is that law enforcement officers, and there's such a respect and admiration for my law enforcement officers, and I say for law enforcement officers, that I noticed, just like Ms. Dixon said, you'd come to the court, you'd be there 1 to 2 hours waiting for us to draft a warrant. The judges had to be waiting, you were waiting, and I started to find out that it was up to 4 hours that you were out of service. That was unacceptable. Magistrate court judges were on call and still are on call 24/7. So this meant that everyone was spending a lot more time working on something, and there had to be a way to make this more efficient and more effective. So using a cost-benefit analysis, it was not only time-consuming, but it also cost us money, and that had to change. So I began to research options, and I discovered that most of the Atlanta metro area was already using the electronic warrant system. In fact, Gwinnett County is recognized as the first jurisdiction in Georgia. And listen, they began the process back in 1998. So we're like 15 years behind. That was unacceptable to me. I found out that DeKalb and Fulton, they were online in 2003. It was time for Clayton County to catch up.
You know, Judge Dallas was talking about time is money, and she has definitely talked about the merits of this electronic warrant system. But one thing that I wanted to expand on is that by doing this, you not only improve the efficiency and the effectiveness and the adaptability of the police department, but by doing this, you have also improved the safety of the citizens out there. You know, when we look at a police department that had 265,000 calls last year, and we also look at some of the personnel challenges, we see that in some sectors of the Criminal Investigation Division, all throughout the department, we have some personnel challenges that we're trying to overcome. And when you have a sector and you have officers out there and you have 4 or 5 officers that are responsible for responding in that sector, anytime you take one of those officers off the street, you do a couple of things. First thing, the other officers now may have to respond to a situation like an armed person at a domestic dispute by themselves because of the call volume. But more so than that, it cuts down our response times. When citizens call and they are in a critical need and they need the police. And by doing what you did, you have helped us service the community, make officer safety, and make the community safety by the effect that it's having on, you know, the police department in general and law enforcement. So I want to say thank you for that.
Well, today is a great day. It's a good day for Clayton County. As Judge Dallas said, she has been talking about this for a while. When she came in office, she and I met, and this is one of the things we discussed. She saw the value in bringing electronic warrants to Clayton County because, of course, it was happening all around us, but we didn't have it. And I can say this, being once a law enforcement officer, that there's value in being able to have your officer go take a warrant and get back immediately back into service as soon as possible. Some of you remember the days when I'm sure it's probably still happening, that when you go get a warrant, you're out of service so long that when you get back in the car, dispatch says copy 3 and 4 calls at a time. So we're talking about efficiency. We're talking about using our time wisely to best serve the citizens of Clayton County. And that's what this young lady has done, but she didn't do it by herself. She said that every department just about, and she named quite a few, had an instrumental part in making this happen. But the start of it was in her office with her staff, and they did a tremendous job. Can we give them a round of applause?
As the headlines become more frequent, it's time for us to educate ourselves on Zika. The Zika virus is spread through a bite from an infected mosquito. The most common symptoms of Zika are fever, rash, joint pain, and conjunctivitis, also known as red eyes. As of today, no vaccine exists to prevent the Zika virus. As summer approaches, it is important to protect yourself, especially those who are or may become pregnant, by taking these precautionary steps. Wear long sleeve shirts and long pants. Stay in places with air conditioning. Use window and door screens to keep mosquitoes from entering your home. Use Environmental Protection Agency mosquito spray for outside protection. The Zika virus may be spread from mother to child during pregnancy. The Zika virus can also be spread by a man to his partner during sexual intercourse and through a blood transfusion. To learn more about the Zika virus, please visit the Center for Disease Control at www.cdc.gov. 911 dispatchers are the heartbeat of the nation's 911 system, and they're the professionals called upon to ensure that citizens receive the best emergency communications and dispatch services by remaining calm, gathering information, and providing assistance to individuals in need. Here's an exclusive opportunity to learn more about our Clayton County Emergency 911 and Communications Department. All right, guys, we're back, and we are with Michelle Allen. She is the Operations Manager of Clayton County Emergency 911. Welcome to Inside Look.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, you guys actually hit the media recently, and a stat check showed that Clayton County 911 was first for lowest answer calls. Tell us about that.
Yes, so we received a media request from one of the local media stations, and they wanted our open records request, and they wanted to know what our actual hold time for 911 calls and what was the reaction time, meaning from the time that a 911 call actually comes into the 911 center, how long it takes for someone to actually answer it. Mm-hmm. And of 6 Atlanta metro agencies, we were actually not only the lowest hold time recorded, but we were the quickest answer.
Wow.
So we had the best reaction time of the 6 that they actually did open records on. So
wow.
That was, yeah, huge.
That's a huge accomplishment. Congratulations.
Thank you, very proud.
Absolutely. So let's talk about how many calls that actually was.
Well, last year our stats showed that we had an incoming, and this is including 911 calls and non-emergencies, we had 649,000 calls that came into our 911 center.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot. So we're going to go inside and give some information and some insight for an average citizen. So let's talk about what type of incidents should actually be reported to E911.
Well, anytime that anybody feels that their life is in danger, if there's a fire, if there's something in progress, of course, a medical reason for an ambulance, fire department, we suggest that you call 911 without hesitation.
Right.
When you contact us, it's about you. So we're going to handle it as if it's whatever the incident is. So crimes in progress, anything where there's potential property loss, anything suspicious in nature where you feel as your life is being threatened, and again, of course, medically related calls as well.
Absolutely. So we know that some people believe that anything is their emergency. So let's talk about what calls should not be reported to 911.
Primarily, anything relating to animal calls, unless it is an animal abuse case that is an in-progress type scenario. If there is a code enforcement scenario or anything that is not deemed or that could be considered an in-progress type crime or something that can escalate very quickly.
Okay.
Those can be usually handled through a non-emergency call that you can contact either animal control or code enforcement. But if it's something that has to be notified on an immediate basis, then that would be a 911 call versus a non-emergency.
Okay, sounds good. Now, we always hear when people are trying to make fun about 911 and they're like, why do they ask so many questions? Why do you guys ask so many questions?
That's the number one question that we get whenever people ask us about 911, actually. So we have what we call call taking procedures, and regardless of what type of call that it is, everyone's trained to ask a series of questions depending on the type of call that it is. For example, if it's a medical call, you may potentially need CPR, childbirth, anything along those lines.
Right.
Well, I have to ask a series of questions before I can get to the proper procedures in order to provide you the correct care.
Absolutely.
Not only that, but provide you the correct equipment that needs to come to your house. Same thing with a fire. Your house is on fire. Yes, we know you need to get out of the home. However, there are certain things that we need to know. Is there anybody else in the house? Where are you at? Where's the fire out? We're not doing it to stall time. Understand that when that call is initially made, your call has been immediately entered and the responders are already going.
Right.
Police calls are the same way. If it's a crime in progress, there's certain information that we ask pertaining to weapons, people involved, descriptions, because not only are we looking out for caller safety, we have to look out for responder safety as well.
Absolutely.
So the big scheme is, the big picture idea, we have to ask the questions because there are certain protocols, things to handle, how many people have to be dispatched, and at the end of the day, making sure that everybody's taken care of.
Everybody is taken care of and everybody is safe.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
So I've noticed before that sometimes if you contact 911, you don't actually receive a police officer at your door. Sometimes you're transferred to a police officer over the phone. Why is that?
Well, fortunately, in Clayton County, one of the things that the police department's able to do is provide a service where they have police officers where they're at their watch offices and in the main headquarters, and if that call is deemed one that can be taken over the phone, we'll actually let you know. You don't have to have an officer come out. We can actually let you just talk to one over the phone. It's a great service. A lot of counties and municipalities don't actually offer this. So us being able to send you to talk to someone on the phone makes it a little bit more of a relaxed environment. If your car's been stolen and you just discovered it because you've been on vacation for a week, then you can talk to an officer on the phone. You don't have to have one come out to your house and clean up the den for us to come inside.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of one of the more bigger privilege that the Clayton County citizens have than somewhere else.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's ask this. What kind of training do you guys actually receive? Because it's not like you just pick up a phone and then you can do all the amazing things that you guys do. So what kind of training does a 911 operator receive?
Well, from the time you walk in the door, you don't have to have any experience, but the time you walk in the door, we actually test you before you're even hired.
Okay.
We give you a pre-employment test that actually kind of tests the dexterity skills and the multitasking skills that go with an operator. But once you're hired, we put you through a 4-week academic phase, and in that academic phase, we teach you foundation training.
Okay.
Foundation meaning could be policies, the call taking procedures that we talked about. It could be the computer system training, anything along those lines that before you step out actually into the 911 center, you've got a rough idea of what you're getting into. Secondly, you go into the actual on-the-job training and you're sitting with a training officer anywhere from could be 6 months to a year.
Wow.
And that is you're learning law enforcement dispatch, fire and EMS dispatch, and you're learning call taking.
Wow.
And all of that is encompassed together, and from the time you're hired, like I said, from the time you're hired to the time you make it out of training could be a total of 1 year.
Wow.
So it's very intense, you're one-on-one with someone for a very long time, but we have to make sure that we train people very efficiently because
Absolutely.
if not, then
yeah,
could be bad.
Absolutely. And I want the person answering my 911 call to be trained. So that's amazing that you guys have such a great training program. So the last question I'm going to ask you. So you said something that was really important. You said you don't have to have training when you come through the door.
That's correct.
So that means an average citizen of Clayton County can actually be a 911 operator.
That's correct.
So for someone out there who wants to become an emergency 911 communications officer with Clayton County, how do they do it?
They can go to the ClaytonCountyGA.gov website. They can click on career opportunities. You can find the link for the 911 center and put in your application. There's a very small screening process and you go from there.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
problem.
This has been great information. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining us at Inside Look. The Clayton County Police Department held a memorial service in honor of our fallen officer, Darrell Wallace, who gave his life over a year ago on duty protecting the citizens of Clayton County. Please join us in honoring Officer Darrell Wallace.
May the words I've done speak for me. May the words I've done speak for me. When I've done the best I can, and all of my friends don't understand, may the words I've done speak for me. May the life I lived, let it speak for me. May the life I live speak for me. When I've done all I can, and all of my friends just don't understand, may the words I've done speak for me. May the service I serve, let it speak for me. May the service I serve, let it speak for me. When I've done all I can, all of my friends just don't understand, may the words I've done speak for me.
This has been another inside look at Clayton County. On behalf of Clayton County Access Television, we want to congratulate all class of 2016 graduates. You are now one step closer to fulfilling your dreams. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Clayton TV 23 and tune in daily to stay connected to your local government. I'm your host, Glenetta Griffin. Thank you for joining me.